Okay, here we are at a completely different property. The people who moved in this property, well, actually, we bought this property and it had tenants already. So, um, let's see here. I'm gonna get the code in. It already had tenants inside the unit. So either way, this is another 2-bedroom. As you can see, the floors were resanded and what do you call it? Sanded and stained. But either way, in this particular property, what we'll end up doing is changing all the blinds. We'll probably put a fresh coat of paint. This is the living room space right here. And this is the first bedroom right here, as you can see. But as we walk through this, because we need to get this ready for another tenant, we'll just be walking through and just taking a look at things that need to be done. So as we can see here in the living room, we're gonna need to get this hole patched. It appears the door handle will go right here into the wall. So we'll make sure we put a door stopper. Looked like at one point there was a door stopper there at the bottom, but it came off. So we'll make sure we do that. Also, here at the front door, you can see is tape. The glass is missing out of that, so we'll put new glass, probably do plexiglass instead of real glass, but we'll put plexiglass in there and we'll take that plastic off. It'll look better. We'll patch the holes behind the door. We'll put a door stopper so that doesn't happen again. Here in the living room, we'll take those skeletons off, skulls, and fresh coat of paint. Swap all the outlets from these dark outlets to probably white. And then we'll put some new blinds up here in the living room. That's just the living room. So we're finished with our inspection of the living room. We know what we need to have the contractors get started doing. Today is Friday, and so we'll call the drywallers. I keep coming to the bedroom, but here on the ceiling, if you can see, we have popcorn ceiling. I hate popcorn ceiling. I don't like it. So we're gonna have the drywallers either drywall the ceiling here and get rid of that popcorn and put Spanish lace ceiling, or we'll just have them scrape. But this ceiling looks a little bit different texture. It looked like it would be too hard, so more than likely they'll just put new drywall. But either way, I will call them today, tomorrow, Saturday, they'll get started doing the drywall. So I'll give them a call, and then tomorrow will come Saturday and we'll see how things look in regards to the drywall. In this bedroom, so this is a small bedroom, but this is a nice house for a couple or for a single person. Once again, we'll put a fresh coat of paint. We'll change out these vertical blinds. We'll take this fan down and we're gonna put something a little bit more modern in regards to a fan, or we'll probably put a fan light combo. More than likely we'll do a fan light combo. But we'll wait and see when we go shopping what we decide to do. This door right here, this door goes into the bathroom. We'll probably replace this door. And as we go into the bathroom here, let's turn on the light. So it has a nice little towel shower. So we'll probably just keep that. We're not gonna do anything with that. We're gonna reglaze the tub. That way it looks nice and fresh. And we'll make sure that the drain overflow plug gets fixed. And we'll probably go ahead and keep the sink stool, and because it's a vent right here, so if we put a normal sink, they'll cover up that vent, so we don't want to do that. We'll definitely put a new toilet seat here, and the ceiling seemed like it had bad ventilation, so we'll probably put some kills in regards to the ceiling here, and then get the ceiling painted. And this light, it's a nice light, but it's not the Bluetooth light that we like to put. So we'll swap that light out with the Bluetooth light so that the resident can listen to music while they're in the shower. This is the other bedroom. off of the bathroom. And once again, we'll just put a fresh coat of paint. We'll put some more vertical blinds. Those are good, but we'll put some new ones there. And that's pretty much it. And once again, we'll get all this patched up, and we'll put the Spanish lace on the ceiling, and we'll go ahead and swap out that light fixture for a light slash fan. In the backyard, as you can see, there was, because I came yesterday, but we already called our hauler guy. I came yesterday, Thursday, just to take a little peek, and I forgot to make the video. So here it is, Friday evening. I'm making the videos, Friday afternoon. And the guy that we usually have haul all of our trash, he's already taken all the trash away. Probably can't see too good through this window. But either way, nice backyard. That garage does belong to this house. We put a new shingle roof on that, and put some new gutters, and we painted the garage. We'll go outside in the back and take a look. In the meantime, let's go ahead and go through that bedroom. Now we're into the living room space. The living room space is off of the dining room. The living room space is off of the dining room. Dining room off the living room. So the resident that moved out, they left this table. Let's turn on the light. So we'll go ahead and we'll probably just leave that table. If the next resident doesn't want it, then we'll just tell them to put it outside and we'll get rid of it. This chandelier is very old. We'll probably swap that out. You know what kind of chandelier I like? It's the Ring of Fire. So we'll probably put the Ring of Fire, and then swap out these blinds because they're a little dusty and dirty. So here we are in the kitchen. If I turn the light switch on, that light is not really giving out much light. So we'll definitely swap that light out with one of our crystal lights. And it looked like it has another light over in the back that's not working off the same switch. Look like the switch is right here. So what we'll do is, this kitchen needs a little updating. So my wife, like I said yesterday, has already seen this, and she came yesterday, and unfortunately we should have recorded it. We forgot to record it with the contractor, telling the contractor everything we want done. But either way, what we're going to do is we are going to swap out the countertops. So this countertop will get swapped out. That countertop will get swapped out. We're going to leave the cabinetry in place, and we're going to paint the outside of the cabinets, and we're going to replace the handles, and we're going to put up new blinds and shade. This big U right here, it makes the kitchen seem smaller. My wife wants to completely remove that, which is going to probably happen. And this oven that's located right here, oh look, I wonder what they used that for, to cook. Maybe they cooked something really nice with a plunger that goes in the toilet. That's just gross. So either what we're going to do is we're going to remove this big arch. After we remove the big arch, it's going to make the kitchen a little bit wider because this is a smaller kitchen. My wife wants to move the oven from here down here. And then after we do that, I think she's going to put some more cabinetry. We're going to see how that works out. And then the flooring, we're going to swap the flooring out with something a little bit more modern, maybe some plank. And once again, we're going to put a new countertop. We're probably going to put in a new sink, something a little bit more fancy, and a new faucet. Other than that, let's go ahead and go downstairs in the basement. So this goes outside. We'll go outside in the backyard in a few. So as we go into the basement, it's a dry basement. Probably need to seal and paint the walls. But either way, let's see what we got here. Looks like a new water heater. I remember that being done. We put a new water heater down here probably a year ago. The basement is dry. Probably most basements you put a humidifier to help with any moisture, wash and dryer over there. So what we'll do is clean up a little bit down here, make it a little bit more inviting, probably put some more brighter light down here other than the bulbs. Let's go ahead and go back upstairs. this video is a little bit longer because we are taking a look at what all needs to be done to get a place back into order. Okay, so the resident looked like they had a dog and they used this area for the dog. It's completely fenced in, and this part right here is fenced in so the dog could stay on this side. And then you had a little area back there where you can barbecue, the garage, and more playing area right here. Central air unit. This is outside the house. Not a bad house. Looks like the roof shingles probably needs to be addressed because a lot of black spots there on the roof. So we'll probably have our roofer come and swap out some shingles. If the insurance company saw that, they would be on us. Hey, you need new shingles. Okay, so now what we have here, we got a couple of things that needs to be addressed. Let's see here. Dairy Queen right across the street there. Also, the public library is across the street. The zoo's right down the street also. Arby across the street, and a gas station to the left, Speedway, and another gas station to the right. It's a nice little area people like to be in. So that's the video right there. We just need to go ahead and get everything started on, and just doing a walkthrough outside. I mean, it's something I just saw right here. As you can see, the gutter is missing here. So what happens is, if you don't address things like this, it'll affect your basement. So you want to make sure you look at things like that when you do your walkthrough outside. And as we look over here, completely different corner, the gutter goes from there and comes down, and it's hitting the foundation. If you remember, when we walked through the basement, that corner wall had a little black mold on it. Is mainly because of this right here. The gutter is completely missing. Maybe we had high winds and the high winds blew the gutter away, but we need to replace that, and we need to make sure it gets drained properly, because right now the water is just falling down and making a big ditch right here, which is also going into the foundation. So that's just something that you want to look at when you do your outside inspection on houses. You want to look at your gutters, you want to look at the vinyl siding, you want to look at any of your bricks. Maybe they need to be tuck pointed. That means you're putting caulk inside where the concrete is missing. See if your central air unit is affected or broken, any broken windows on the outside and things like that. That's what you're looking for. You want to make sure that your doors, screen doors, are working properly. And if all is working good, you should be good to go. All right, so now we're back in the house, and that's pretty much the walkthrough. The next time we come in, what we're going to be doing is going to see what the update is with the contractors, the drywallers, the general contractors, and things like that in regards to them fixing things. So hopefully we can get this ready to go. The goal is going to be, if we call today for the drywallers, they'll get started tomorrow on Saturday, and they need 3 days. So if they knock out all the ceilings tomorrow, Saturday, it will be drying on Sunday. Monday, they'll come back through, do another coating, get that done, and then Tuesday, the other contractors can kind of start all the work that they need to start. So we'll see how fast this goes. It should take about a week, and we'll see how everything goes. Other than that, we will go ahead and look at the front porch right quick. So this front porch needs a fresh coat of paint. So what we're going to do is we're going to paint the entire front porch, and we're going to paint and scrape right here along the seal, the window sill here, and we're going to put a different type of carpet out here, waterproof carpet. Put some waterproof carpet, and then this door right here, we're probably going to put a new door on, because that door is actually put on backwards. It's a possibility because of the handrails outside. And we're also going to change, actually we're going to leave the handrail, and we're going to paint those handrails because they look a little discolored with two different colors, peach and black. All right, so other than that, that is the walkthrough, and we'll see how this place turns out coming up here soon. All right, thanks. All right, here we are on Monday. We did come and take a look on Friday. Well, we called the drywallers on Friday to come and get started. Saturday they started. Here it is Monday, so they had all day Saturday, Sunday, and now it's today Monday. So let's see what things look like. All right, we got to get inside the house. All right, we got to put the code in. We only use these kind of locks simply because we don't have to carry keys around all the time. So let's go ahead and put the code in. All right. Let's see what it looks like. All right, so far, the popcorn ceiling that we originally had is completely gone. So they put new drywall in the living room area, which is where we're at. And that's done. And they put plastic everywhere to protect the floors and paper. And we got the ceiling in here. Like it's gonna look nice, it's nice and smooth. So they did all the ceilings and everything's looking nice. Let's see if we can get the light on in here. There we go. So it looks like, yeah, the ceilings are nice and smooth. They have plastic everywhere. So everything's getting done the way that we expected. Okay, let's look at the living room. All right, living room. Look like they took care of the ceiling in the living room also. All of this is getting done. It's gonna cost $2,000. So as you can see, the ceilings are done. Let's go and look at the kitchen. Okay, kitchen ceiling, same thing. Everything's looking good in regards to the ceilings and the drywall. Right after they finish with the drywall, then we'll get the other contractors in here. And it looked like they patched that big hole that was behind the door. So once we get the other contractors in here, once they finish with the drywall and they're gonna Spanish lace the ceilings, then we're just gonna focus on getting that wall down that's in the kitchen that has the arch just like this. We're gonna get that wall opened up, and then we're gonna see how things turn out as we move forward. Right now it's Monday, and we can say this is the first official day. Things are moving pretty good. By Wednesday, we should be done with the ceilings, and then we can move on with the tear down in the kitchen and start doing some of the other things like painting and stuff like that. As of right. All right, here we are at the property. We had to stop doing the rehab on one property because there was a sewer backup. So what we've done is we've dug down, which the areas that needed to be dug is right here, which is outside, which is really easy to fix. But then we also had to go in this really tiny, small crawl space. And that's the floor inside the house, and this is the small little tiny crawl space. They actually dug with some hand shovels over in that area way in the back and also right here. And they found the problems, and supposedly they got the pipes switched out, and they also snaked it. But this is my normal general contractors. They were able to get it done and get the piping. It was a muddy job. They said I could have probably used a different word. It was a very, instead of muddy job, it was a but we're not going to do that. So either way, they got it taken care of. It's fixed. So now we just need to fix some of the piping where they cut at the top right there, and then once that's fixed and capped off or whatever, then we'll go ahead and get all this dirt put back in, and then we'll go ahead and be able to go back to the other project where we redid the ceilings. The drywall is done on the ceilings, and we can go ahead and continue that to try to hit the goal on that so we can get that re-rented this month. All right, there you have it. As of right now, everything's moving forward as planned. Thanks for watching.